Good evening and a warm welcome to all educators joining us today. On behalf of CENTA, we are delighted to have you with us for another insightful session in our ongoing CENTA webinar series for teachers, a space where passionate educators come together to learn, reflect, and grow professionally. Your presence and participation continue to inspire us as we build a stronger, more empowered teaching community. Now, it is our pleasure to introduce the facilitator for this transformative session, Dr. Indumati Somasundaram. Dr. Indumati Somasundaram is a visionary and multifaceted educator with over 17 years of experience as a researcher, academician, life skills trainer, career coach, author, and entrepreneur. A published author of 5 technical books, contributor to multiple book chapters, and the recipient of the Young Scientist Award 2018. She blends academic excellence with purpose driven education. Passionate about empowering students, women, teachers, and parents, she designs and delivers impactful life skills programs, need coaching, teacher training, parent workshops, and health initiatives. Known for her insightful, motivating approach, she continues to inspire meaningful growth and lifelong learning across diverse communities. Welcome, ma'am. Now back to the session. Welcome, Dr. Indumati, once again, and over to you.
Thank you so much, all of you. So very warm welcome, and it's great evening. Before I would start, I would like to thank Shetty sir, the entire Centa team for having me here this evening, and most importantly, great warm welcome and tons of gratitude for all the faculty members present here for an enlightening session. I would just wanted to tell you all that this is not going to be a session. It's just a growth, a learning phase for all of us. So I want you all to keep interacting in the chat box. I would be looking into your comments, and we are going to get into a new world where there's something called a twin sister. And this is the laughter part and the empathy part, from smiles to souls, the art of empathetic and joyful learning. Let me ask you all a question before we start. How many of us in our career that, just because we don't like a teacher, we have hate that subject? I'm just looking into the live chat as well. It's me. I'm here. Yes. How many of you all, just because you don't like a teacher, you started hating that subject? Yes. Same here. I've got the experience in my fourth standard. I started hating my computer science teacher, and then on, I started hating computer science. So I personally is a testament to tell you all that teachers shape the student's future, be it a 20th century or a traditional method or this 21st century, everything could change. But the bond that we have between teacher and student could never change. Let me take you all through one very small thing. Here is a famous person. You all know who it is. This is the famous Charlie Chaplin. We all know that. Yes. So good that some of you say that you don't experience it. That's a good part. We all know that Charlie Chaplin is meant to be a humorous person. He made everybody smile. Let me put you all one thing here. Although we are here to believe that we have to set Charlie Chaplin as an example, I would tell here that in a way we should not take him as an example. Can somebody say why? I repeat, although we say Charlie Chaplin is a man of humor, he makes everybody laugh. So he also said that a day without laughter is a day wasted. So, we take that part from him that when we are with our students in our life, we should inculcate laughter. When we are teaching, we should inculcate laughter in it. We should create a fun filled ambience. But what is that one thing that we shouldn't take him as an example? Let me tell this here. You all know his biography, right? Though he has made tons of people laugh, millions and billions of people laugh, unfortunately, that his entire future, like his own life, has been a miserable, a bad, terrifying life. So all I would tell here is that what we need to take from him is a day without laughter is a day wasted. So let's all understand that, a fun filled, laughter filled, empathy filled ambience would actually create that bond, the relationship between any two people, especially in teacher and student. But what is the thing we should not take from him is it should not be a fake smile, it should not be a fake laughter. So let me tell you all that we teach here just to express our own self and not to impress the students. So we need to be like in a position that the fake smile what we bring into the class, it's not going to work. So let's cherish ourselves, let's bring in that true smile, true empathy in our face, in our heart, so the entire classroom is filled. Because, my dear faculty members and friends, laughter is oxygen for learning. If you accept, please type Y in the chat box. Do you believe that laughter is the oxygen for learning? Yes. Is laughter the oxygen for learning? Very good evening to all of you. Yes. Is laughter the oxygen for learning? How many of you believe yes? I do believe laughter is the oxygen for learning. And when we talk about the laughter, when we talk about staying happy, we always have four happy hormones with us. And these four happy hormones are, let me put it in simple terms for you to understand, call it as dose. I repeat, let's call it as dose. Yes, thank you so much. Yeah, happy teachers create happy classrooms. Thank you for that comment. Dose is nothing but dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphin. These are the four happy hormones, but not artificially, but we have to ensure that we bring in within our life normally, in a natural way, in an innate way. So if you wanted to really feel like, what happy hormones are, please do remember dose. Yes. And who is the enemy of that dose? The dose should not be too high, the dose should not be too low. Who's the enemy of the dose? There's one important person who is the enemy of the dose is the something called cortisol. How many of you know this? Cortisol is the stress hormone that's created within our body. So what actually happens is if we are bringing that fake smile and if you're carrying a lot of stress, you're carrying a lot of anxiety and depression, I call it as sad. We say sometimes, right? I'm feeling sad. But my dear friends, imagine what is the full form of sad. Never tell that I feel sad because for me the acronym of sad I keep is stress, anxiety, depression. I repeat, stress, anxiety, depression. The universe is listening. Keep a positive mindset. The more you say, I'm sad, without our knowledge, we're getting into the stressful, anxious, and distressful and depressed ambience. So, I really wanted to tell you all that ensure that you have a natural dose within your body, do what you love, have a passion, and ensure that the enemy of dose is the cortisol, which is reduced. So instead of looking into just the lecture, let's read this out. It's just for fun. How can we inculcate laughter and empathy in the classroom? Say, for example, I'm just getting into the class and I wanted to teach the students. Okay, we always have an ice breaking session, right? So we can always make the students laugh. The first 30 seconds or 1 minute that you occupy the classroom is going to change the classroom. How? Let me put it across here. Just there's a joke here. It takes trees. The students is telling, ma'am, it takes trees, like 15 trees, to produce the amount of paper that we write for exams, right? So why should we even conduct exams? You support me in saying say no to exam. Here, the student rocks, the teacher shocks. But then the teachers always outsmarts the students, right? So the teacher says, okay, beta, that's not an issue. So we would conduct an online exam. Now here, the teacher rocks and the student shocks. So this is a very, natural, a fun-filled, laughter-filled ambience where you actually make the classroom laugh. And with this, I just wanted to bring in a quote which I made it. If they laugh with you, then they like you. And if they like, they listen. And if they listen, they learn. And if they learn, they lead. So let's remember the four L in our life. And the first L always starts with laughter. So if they laugh, they like. If they like, they listen. If they listen, they learn. And if they learn, they lead. We are not just teaching one student, we are teaching the future generations where these many students are going to teach in many people. Yes, everyone don't understand this in school. That's right. But just ma'am, 30 seconds to 1 minute is always there. We can always do. Why should we have the joy in the world? Because There's a huge scientific reason behind it. I just wanted to tell that there's something called amygdala in our brain. There's something called neural network. There's something called neuroscience, neuroplasticity, where all of the people are working on it. Yes, anger is the biggest cause. Do not get angry as per your chat box, because you know what? If you are getting anger, you're producing 50x cortisol in your body, which is neither good for you nor good for the others who is around you. So no stress, no anxiety, no depression, in a way, no sad. Thanks for the comment. Yes, so joy triggers. Joy really triggers. How do we prove it? I have a small activity coming up. So to tell that joy really triggers, the brain gets boosted up, dose increases. So neural network are fresh. Lot of reasons, scientific reasons behind it, and that creates a creative flow. That's a ripple effect that causes to you and to the entire classroom. So please do understand, scientifically, it's proven that the joy triggers, the brain gets boosted up, and there's a creative flow within. Now it's time for us for a small poll. Shift your mindset from instruction to connection, right? This is very, very important. You would be having a poll that's coming across here, and I request all of you to actually answer the poll. Yes, how do the students feel when they actually enter your class? How do the students feel when they actually enter your class? How do the students actually feel like when they actually enter the class? You can type your comments in the chat box, like the answer the poll, so I would be able to see here. Why this question is in front of you? It's very simple, because most of the times when students start liking us, they start listening to us, right? So it is very important for us. Yes, stressless class, we together learn more. Thank you so much. Happy and looking forward to meet class teacher. Yes, they should always love to see you, even if you're not a part. Let me give you an example. Like, in our school also, like in my daughter, they just go and love to meet the class teachers who are being in second standard or third standard. Still, they have that good rapport, right? Thank you. Yes. So it is very important for us to understand. Answering this poll, yes, please do follow that. It's more important for us. So, why is there a shift in mindset needed? Because, you know, if you are able to shift the mindset perspective totally, we becoming a instructive teacher, or a very angry teacher, or an overwhelming stressful teacher, we become the most favorite teacher of the students. We start connecting with them through bonds. Yes, they start getting comfortable. Very true. Yes, that's absolutely true. They start getting comfortable. And how do we do it? Very simple. There's always a problem, my dear friends. You know what? It's very easy for us to say what to do. How many of you agree? Yes, yes, depends on how they have spent their morning. That's true. But then, yes, this is a very good point. Somebody said that it depends on how they spend their morning. No, as a teacher, we have responsibility. We have to take the ownership, and most importantly, we have to be accountable for our students. So even if our day is bad, change your perspective, change your mindset, have that the willingness to actually spend more time with the students. So we forget everything. Once you get into the classroom, once we get into the school ambience, let's forget no matter what, because the world is very small. How much ever bad the past is, we cannot get it back. In similar way, how much ever the future is, like the past is good, we cannot get it back. So why do we even worry about that morning and waste our present moment? That's what Eckhart told, tell in present, the power of now. So why should we even think about the past and waste our present, right? Yes, joy and happiness brings 100% result. But the question here is how? Would you not ask me? You're telling us to keep the ambience good, have an empathetic and joyful learning. But how? That's where we are going to see in next 40 minutes. Like, first thing is listen first. We have to be empathetic towards the child. Say, for example, a child comes 5 minutes late. As a teacher, rather than giving them a punishment, let's try and call out the child, talk in a very calm, composed, and empathetic way that why did this even happen? If we do so, if we advise the child and then send a very positive note, even the child would think, yeah, we should make the children feel guilt about their act and not get angry towards us, because if angry keeps piling up like anything, and it's going to, it's just going to boom one day. Yes, until there's a warmth and sense of belonging, children will not take interest in your subject. Very true. Thank you so much for this comment. So let's listen first. Let's celebrate the process. Let's invite curiosity. The problem here is there's a Zen story. I have a teacup which is full and I wanted to add more tea. Will that happen? Only the empty teacup will actually have the more tea that's been filled. That's how it is. When we are more curious to learn, then we make the child more curious as well. So please do follow these four things. It's very simple. Practice makes a man perfect. I've been in this field for the last 17 years. Trust me, I've neither scolded any of my students nor bet any of my students in my entire career. And I'm on live, and with pride moment, I would say that in my 17 years of teaching, neither have bet them nor have scolded them even once. So I really take that pride, and I want you all to take a pride with me today. Like this new 2026, let's take an oath here, right? So let's listen to the students first. Let's celebrate the process. Let's invite curiosity by being curious. Always, be it our children or the students in the school, the most important part is students do not learn from what we say, but students learn from what we do. How many of you believe this? Students do not learn from what we say, but they learn from what we do. Right? That's nice, ma'am. Thank you for your comment. I'm reading your comments. Do you agree this? If so, type yes in the chat box. I repeat, students do not learn from what we say, but they do learn from what we do. This is one very simple example. Let me tell. Say, for example, I tell my child not to use your phone, and I keep, scrolling my mobile. What would the child feel? Aren't you using the phone? And you're telling me not. So I would advise all the parents, all the teachers here, it's about like what we are in front of students. Be it a parent or a teacher matters a lot. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's move on. Yes. This is something very important. We discussed about the 4L, right? We discussed about the 4L. And this is the same thing. The transformative formula. This is one important take home message. I want all the teachers, my dear friends, to take home back this 4L. Because, thank you so much, sir. Because laugh, listen, learn, lead. When a child is laughing, they automatically start liking you. When they start liking you, they start listening to you. When they start listening to you, they learn 10x, 20x, 50x more. Because just because the students like us, just because the students start liking us, they start listening to everything we say. How many of you believe in this? Yes, yes. Just because the student starts liking us, they start listening to everything we say. So the task is very simple. The task is very simple. The moment you enter, take 30 seconds. We have a 40-minute period. Say, the entire period is for 40 minutes. It's very simple. Take just 1 minute of the time and do a ice-breaking session. I'll tell you how in coming slides. So laugh, listen, learn, and lead. The 4L, very, very important. I'm sure that you all must be boring, or listening to, waiting for some of the, nice jokes. So let me tell you one joke how you can do this. Let me ask you all a question. Why fish can't talk? This is a question that a teacher asked. Students were like, they don't know. Then the teacher answered, if I put your head underwater, could you speak? And the entire class laughed and giggled. That is all we need to do, my dear friends, right? This one 30 seconds or 10, 15 seconds of the joke, I'm sure it's not going to do a big difference in our life. But then, it's going to create that likeliness in the class, bring that liveliness, bring that fun filled ambience. Let me give you another example here. I heard an English teacher is taking a class and she was just making fun and she says, I heard you failed in English. And then the student who's not good in English, right, says, who told you? It's impossible. I saw the result yesterday. I passed away. Right? I repeat, who told you? It is impossible. I saw the result yesterday and I passed away. See the fun that's there in English, right? Okay, bye. Bye bye. God bless you. What is your comment about this? What do you think is a comment about this? Right? It's funny? Say yes in the chat box. Is it funny? It's live. It's giving you a smile on your face. Although I'm not able to see you all, but I feel connected. Yes? Yes, it is. Great. Now, the joyful teaching habits. You all would be asking me, we've been discussing so far on what component. Let's discuss now on the how component. Start with a warmth. This is what I gave you an example in the before slide. What start with a warmth? Crack a joke. Set the moment very light. Or let me tell you all one thing, start doing some activity. Let me give you one best example. Are you all able to see me? If yes, give me Y in the chat box. I'm sure that I will not be able to see you, but then we are still going to do this activity. I trust that you all are going to do it with me. Yes? Can we? Type yes in the chat box. Shall we do this small activity together? Please type Y in the chat box. Great. I want all of you to type Y in the chat box. Thank you. So now you're all able to see me. Sit like this. I want you all to keep your forefinger like this. I want you all to keep your forefinger like this. And you need to repeat, right? You need to actually do what I say. I repeat. I want all of you, it's just 10-second experiment. I want all of you to actually do what I say. Done? Let's start. Yes? Okay. So keep your forefinger like this and see, keep your forefinger like this. I want all of you to put your forefinger in your chin. I want all of you to put your forefinger in your chin and just freeze. Just freeze. I want you all to say that. How many of you actually did the same thing, what I did? How many of you kept your forefinger on your cheek? Please type me or I in the chat box. How many of you actually put your forefinger on your cheek as what I did? Yes? Oh, now you understand what I'm trying to say? See, what did I say? The instruction I said, I want all of you to do what I say. But what you did, you all did what I did. From our childhood, we've been learning that this is our cheek, chubby cheeks, rosy lips, yes. And we also know that this is our chin. But I'm sure more than 50% of you would have actually repeated what I did and not what I say. This is one very simple activity, just 10 seconds of activity. What you can make the students understand is that focus, listening. If you would have listened to me carefully, you might have kept the forefinger in your chin. But those who did not listen to me carefully started just observing me, you all kept your forefinger in the cheek, right? So, this is one small activity. What is the second take home that you can tell the students is the mind observes what you see than what you hear, right? Scientifically, the mind observes what we actually see. That is why art of visualization is very, very, very important. Yes, you can also say Simon says, I was about to say that. That's why art of visualization is important. That's why when you teach, you ask the students to see, you ask the students to observe the mind map, visualize the things, put it on flow chart, take it in bulletin and so on and so forth, because that visualization comes to the mind first and what they listen. Yes, and you can also do Simon says sit, Simon says stand. Let me teach you one more example. You can just say or ask everybody to stand and then tell, if I say one, you'll have to touch your head. When I say two, touch your nose. When I say three, touch your ears. And when I say four, you have to say namaste. Or you can say hi, whatever you wish. And then start saying it very slowly in a different order. One, three, two, four, and then a little more. Two, three, one, four. And then, those who are like all out, sit down. The entire classroom, there would be some 10 of them who will still be doing it. And you just, create that Josh. Come on. Yeah, who's going to win? Let's see, and all that. And with that 10, let's give them like, keep it very fast. Four, three, two, one. And select three toppers and give them a gift. I do this regularly. You know why? Because even an eraser, a pencil, a small chocolate, no matter what gift we give. The moment we keep a competition in the class for 30 seconds to 1 minute and we have the gifting moments, it could no if you don't have anything very simple, take your pen and give the star in the hand. That speaks volume. My teacher has given me a star. My teacher has given me 2 stars. That's going to speak volume. So start the class with a warmth and have the playful routines like whatever we discussed right now. Have creative breaks. What do I mean by that? You can just do word building, yes, with your subjects. Say, for example, I'm a biology teacher. If I want to teach students animal kingdom or I want to talk about cells, I would say, can we have a word building session from the chapter cell? And we have two teams. We start And then, from within the cell chapter, you keep building the words. From within your chapter, start building the word building so that the students will read the chapter tomorrow and come. Right? How's it sounding to you all? Yes? So how's the Josh? How's the Josh? Hi? Are you all enjoying? Can we continue? Yes? 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 Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's a spirit. Yes. I want you all to also, what is joyful teaching? Like, how do you feel, joyful, or how do you feel energized? Let's look into it. Yes. Thank you so much. I'm sure that you all are enjoying what is there into it. Yes. Now, this is very, very, very important. This is very, very, very important. I'm sure, I think, yeah, I think you all are sharing, you all are getting that poll. Yes, you all are getting the poll questions. Type yes in the chat box. Yes, see the answers. I was able to see the answers. Very comfortable. We need to make the students very, very comfortable. There's just 2% saying that not very comfortable, but I want that 2% also to make it very comfortable. Yes. So what is the energy level? That's the poll. What is the answer we got? What is your energy level when you enter the classroom? Full of energy is 81%. Neutral energy 15%. From today, I want you all to have this full Josh. Get that vibe in the class, get that energy in the class, get the spirit in the class, and see the magic that's happening within the students, right? So please do have yet another take home that a laughing child remembers, a scolded child withdraws. How many of you believe this with me? A laughing child remembers, a scolded child withdraws. So we need to ensure that every children love our class. Every children create that bond. So ensure that they are having that happiness and not being scolded. So let's do yet another activity. Rest, ready for the activity? Let's do one small activity. I'm sure that you all are not going to. Yes, thank you. I'm sure that I'm not able to see you, but just type Y in the chat box. Y activity. This is the activity that you're seeing on the screen is what we're going to do. Yes, yes. I'm glad that all of you are able to, you know, answer the poll. We will see the third poll in a while. Yes. So I'm going to do this activity. Okay. We are all in serious mode, right? We're all in serious mode, right? Now I'm going to take this challenge to make you all laugh. Shall I? Now let me start with a fake laugh. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Do a fake laugh with me. Are you all doing it? Ha 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 ha. Yes. Now let's get into the real laughter. How many of you really laughed? Let's get into the real smile. Let's get into the real laughter. How many of you really laughed with me? Did you? Did you? Did you all laugh with me? Did you all smile with me? Ha ha ha. When you start that fake laugh for 30 seconds, try this in home, try this with your students, try this with your children. I'm sure that the entire room will be filled with laughter. Start with a fake laugh, then have the real laugh come in, and then the entire room will be filled with laughter wave. And then comes the challenge. Now you have to say to the entire children, now stop. You should all laugh silently. And then you start giggling. Then you have to say, no, if you're going to laugh aloud, you are out of the game. After the bubbly, chirpy laughter wave, all of a sudden, stop. Silent laugh is something, that is the twisting moment in the game, right? Yes. So this resets the mood entirely. And again, my dear friends, it is going to be just 1 minute, or I can say it's going to be just 30 seconds. Can we do this to our children? Can we do this here? And to make you laugh, see, I've brought in something else in the class. So when laughter enters the classroom, learning sneaks in behind it. How many of you believe in it? Yes, full of energy. Thank you. I'm sure that this room is also full of energy. Yes. Yes, good idea. Thank you. Let's read this out. Let's read this out. Let me read this for you. See, there's an English teacher who's seriously asking. She's talking about tenses. We all know, my dear children. So yesterday we learned about the past tense, the present tense, and the future tense. Let me ask you a question, and you all are going to say, what tense is it? Are you all ready? Yes, ma'am, the class answered. And the teacher very seriously. One day, our country will be corruption free Which tense is this? And one guy said, Ma'am, yes, dear. Future impossible tense, ma'am. And the class laughed with giggles. Don't you think this is one very important joke that's connecting with the subject? Yes or no? Yes or no? Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, whoever is doing this activity. Yes? Do you think the entire room is filled with laughter? Yes? Yes? So, a teacher who sprinkles humor and empathy into lessons plants the joy in the minds of the learners because now we all have understood in this 30 minutes that where there is a laughter, there is a learning. How many of you follow me in this? How many of you agree with me in this? Where there's a laughter, there is a learning, right? Yes? Yes? Thank you all. Yes? Agree with me? Thank you. Now you're all going to answer me one thing. All of you are going to answer me one thing. Which zone in a day? First, tell me which zone you all are in now. See the screen. Which zone you all are in now? Green zone? Is there anybody who's in red zone? Angry with me? Anybody who's feeling sleepy? Yes? No? All of you are in green zone? Type G if it's in green zone. Is there anybody in red zone? Green? Green? Any blue zone? Any red zone? No? Green? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Green? Yes, green. That's great. That's great. That's great. Okay. Now I'll ask you a question and we'll stop for 30 seconds. I'm going to ask you all a question. Please do think about it for 30 seconds. In which zone in a day, which means in one day, say for example from morning till now, among this, how many zone emotional shift that you all are giving? I'll give you 30 seconds to think about it and we'll just connect after 30 seconds. Yes? So what zone? So many in a day. So now answer the question in the chat box. In a day, aren't we like getting into different zones? Are we always in the green zone? Are we always in the green zone? No, right? Always. Are we really always in the green zone? We might be at times in the blue zone, at times in the, yes, all four, at times in the red zone, at times in the yellow zone, right? Yes, but this is called emotional intelligence. This is called emotional intelligence. We need to understand that everything happens for a reason and this too shall pass. If we understand that, and if you're going to follow this stop method, say for example, you are out of green zone, right? Say for example, in a moment of time, you are in a blue zone or you are in a red zone and you have your class immediately. All you need to do is do this stop method. What is the stop method? Stop everything. If you are angry, if you're frustrated, if you're feeling crying, if you're feeling sleepy, if you're bored, whatever be it, just stop and follow this stop method. So this girl is confused and he said, stop. What did the girl do? Stop everything, take some deep breaths. Yes, count in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Stay calm, get into the cool mode, stay composed, observe your body, thoughts, and feelings. Just feel it right. Shift your mindset and then proceed mindfully with compassion. How many of you like this? How many of you like this? Whenever we are out of green zone, I will never force you all to say that, Baba, Be always in the green zone. None of us can do it. Yes, yes, none of us can do it. I do agree. But if we are in any of the other three zones, apart from green zone, can we all try this stop method? Can we all try this stop method to bring us back to the green zone? Do you all agree? Say, for example, in next 5 minutes, I have my class, but I'm in red zone, angry. Something went wrong. But I have my class in 5 minutes. I'm not supposed to show my anger in front of the students. But I cannot be fake, right? So I talk to myself. I change my mindset. I tell that it's okay. Let it go. Yes, this too shall pass. And do the stop method. Stop, take breathe, observe my thoughts, body, and mind, and do things mindfully, relax, and go back to my class. Right? Yes, from blue zone to green zone, ma'am, not from green to blue. If you're getting from green to blue, get back from blue to green. Yes. So we all have been seeing, fun-filled classroom, joyful classroom, laughter-filled classroom. Let's get into the empathetic classroom. What is one difference between empathy and sympathy? Can somebody bring this into what is the difference between empathy and sympathy? Empathy is like I see through what you're actually feeling. Yes, let it go. Super method. Really, I have done it. Listen to the song. Let it go. Yes, you will be your heart would feel so light. Every word in the song, Let It Go from Frozen, I feel it's like really meant for me. You can also listen to the song. Let it go. Yes, don't hold it back anymore. Yes, empathetic teaching is more important than showing sympathy towards others. Be compassionate, be in their rooms. Yes, because grass is always not greener on the other side. So, what we can do is be empathetic from heart, be empathetic from mind, be present there, be fully present there. If you're talking to a student, open your heart, open your mind, and be fully present. Because I'm sure that empathy transforms teaching. Yes, do you believe that empathy transforms teaching from instruction to connection? We don't want any teacher to be strict. I am your teacher. What are you doing in the class? Get out of my class. No, we need to empathize the children, right? Very good evening. I feel, yeah, very true. I feel for you. I feel like you. That's more important. Yes, very true. But why empathy matters? Somebody would ask me. We should always ask questions on what, why, and how. This is what we teach students, and this is what we need to answer for our own self. Why empathy matters in teaching. Thank you so much. Why empathy matters in teaching. Very true. Empathy transforms the students. So, why empathy matters in teaching? Let's forget about this slide. I'm closing this off for now. Let's forget about this slide. Why do you feel that empathy matters in teaching? How do you feel? Don't you think empathy builds trust? Yes. Don't you think empathy builds trust? The children starts believing in us. Don't you think empathy boosts engagement in the class? Like when we walk in with an empathetic mind, empathetic voice, every children starts, yes, madam, yes, sir, very true, yes, sir. At Dinesh, empathy creates safety. Yeah, we feel like crying like that moment, but do not cry. You be empathetic, you be emotional, but don't cry. And we need to tell people, let it go, do not cry. Talk to them, understand their problem. But there's one cautious moment here. If the student starts knowing that you are empathetic, then 80% of the children are good in class. What about the 20%? They start sitting in your head. How many of you believe this? Oh, this mom is so empathetic. I can cheat her. I can just sit on her head. Do anything I wish. Set your boundary. Though you are showing the laughter in the class, though you are being empathetic in the class, it's very, very important as a teacher to understand what is a genuinity in the class and who is not genuine, who is cheating you. And let me tell you one more secret. The laughter and the empathy should just be sprinkled like a salt in the food. Agree? The laughter and empathy should just be like, you know, a salt in the food. How many of you believe this? Agree? Yes? You all agree? Yes, teaching without empathy is just giving knowledge. Teaching with empathy is winning children's hearts. Thank you so much, Geeta ma'am, for bringing this wonderful thing in the chat box. Yes. If you be so empathetic, or if you keep on making the children laugh in the class, it has no value. So remember, the laughter and empathy should just be sprinkled like a salt in the food, and it should not be more, it should not be without. Yes, so it builds trust, it boosts engagement, it enhances the well being of the students, it deepens the learning. Yes, yes, and this is the time for reflection. I'm sure that you all would have answered this question. What makes you feel understood as a learner? I'm sure that you all would have answered the poll. Yes, yes. Here is a poll question that you all would have answered. What makes you feel understood as a learner? What's more important as a learner? Yes. And there's one last poll about the energy, which we would come to it later. So, what makes you feel understood as a learner? Yes, very, very important, right? Now, let me tell you all one thing. Reflecting it, reflecting it. Yes. So, keep yourself into the shoes of the others. Keep yourself in the shoes of others. Keep yourself in the shoes of others. You be a student. We have to say, for example, if you're teaching a first standard child, let's become the first standard child. If I am teaching a master student, I be the master student. This is the simple funda of life. How many of you believe in this? Yes. How many of you believe in this? Right? Yeah, I'm reading all of your messages. I'm my eyes are just shifting between the the screen and the chat box. So I'm loving this energy. I'm loving this vibe that's given by all of you. So I'm reading all of the messages, and it gives me immense pleasure, and I'm so grateful for that. This is more important. Now you would ask me another question. You should ask me another question. If I am you, I would ask this question. Please stay tuned. In just 5 minutes, we are winding up. Please stay tuned, and all my ears will be open for questions. We just discussed what are the ways to keep the class more engaging, what are the ways to inculcate laughter in class. Now let's discuss how do we show empathy towards the class. Very simple. I just asked you a question, right? You can copy me. Nobody is going to watch. No class is going to know it, right? It's for teachers. You can just draw the four emotions, the red zone, blue zone, yellow zone, green zone. Paste it in the class. Yes, all 31 days. Ask the children to carry that and ask them to mark their emotions. Can we try this? They would mark. Today, right now, I'm in green zone. Afternoon, I got a ma'am who's very bad. I'm in red zone. Oh, this ma'am, I'm in green zone. She fought with me. I'm in red zone. Oh, I feel sleepy. I'm in blue zone, right? Can that happen? Can that happen? Can we all create the emotion chart? You can make it as an emotional wheel as well. That emotion wheel, which we do it for math assignments in schools. I prepared it for our daughters. Like, that wheel, emotional wheel. And wherever it stands, you can give an assignment to them. You know what? Let me give you a small example. You just rotate that wheel and stop. Say, for example, if the wheel comes as sad, the student should act like sad. Like, you stole my pencil, no? I'm angry on you. I need my pencil. Can you give me? The student should act sad. If the emotion comes in that wheel as angry, how dare you stole my pencil? Give it to me. If the wheel comes smiling, you stole my pencil. Don't you know stealing is bad? Give it to me. Right? So it's all the same situation based on the emotional chart the children act upon for 30 seconds to 1 minute. And you can say, in my every class, one of you come and stand here and we will rotate the emotional wheel or randomly touch the emotions and you would act that emotions. Thank you so much. By doing that, you know what? We are telling the children that all emotions are common in life. All the emotions are there, just like a wave go up and down. All emotions are normal. The student with an example with life understands that I can be angry, I can be sad, I can be frustrated, I can cry, I can laugh, I can be confused, I can be scary, I can be shocked, but End of the day, all emotions are okay. End of the day, I have to come back to normal. This is one exercise we all can do, and 10-second pause. 10-second pause, which means say we are, like we have to teach the students and we have to give them a role play. I do this in my class. We give them a role play, we give them a situation that, somebody stole my pen, somebody stole my pencil. You should not react, but respond. Teach them what is reaction versus respond. Reaction is something, hey, how can you steal my pencil? Huh? Do you think this is reaction? Did you steal my pencil? Don't you think stealing is bad? This is response. When we react, students feel afraid. They act as if they are afraid in front of you, but really they don't, right? How many of you believe this? Yes, the feeling question. I asked you this question. You asked the students, right now, how do you feel? Which zone you are in? Right now, how do you feel? Which zone you were in the morning? You were in the evening? You were in the night? How did your thoughts go? How is your mind working? Ask questions and check in with the cards. All of these are small empathy things. Now, so much we have spoken. Let's laugh. Even the laughter can come in middle of empathy. How? There's a children who said, say, I'm your daughter, and I'm going to tell you, you all, Mom, I got 100 marks. Oh, that's like my son or daughter. Which subject? Hmm, 13 science, 20 in math, 20 in history, 30 in English. I got 100. Right? How did this feel? How did this feel to you? How did this feel to you? See? See? Yes, that is all. The entire room is filled with empathy. So we can always say, like, so do you think her to be empathetic here or get angry? Obviously angry. So what I'm trying to say here is we shouldn't be empathetic in the situation where we should not. We need to understand the difference between where we should show laughter and empathy and where we should not. Right? And this is very important. How many of you believe I'm going to complete in just 2 minutes? Give me 2 minutes and we are done. Okay? Done? Done? 2 minutes and we are done? Yes? I am loving this vibe. I'm loving the answers. I'm reading the chat box. I'm feeling so grateful. You all have made my day. Though it's in the evening, but you all have still made my day. So, how many of you believe this? Teacher self care is equal to student care. Let me give you a live example as we are live. Let me tell you, I come to this session in a very low mood. Hello, everyone. Today, we are going to talk about laughter and empathy in class. Where is her laughter? Where is she even showing empathy? We should be pathetic. We are only going to show sympathy on her. Is this how she is teaching? Would you have that mood? Or I will say, hello everyone, I am Dr. Indumati Somasundram. Today we're going to see about laughter and empathy. This is self-care, whatever. Would you mind even listening? No. Say, I am depressed, but I'm acting. Hello everyone. Yeah, today we are going to talk. I am actually depressed, but I'm trying to make my mind to teach well. That doesn't come out well. That doesn't come out well at all. If you care for yourself and if you're really happy, if you're really with that Josh, and if you really carry that intent, carry that energy, everything would change. All you need is stay curious, carry that energy. Your energy should be contagious. That is all. You hit the nail in the classroom, right? So, how do you get that self care? Rest well, reflect well, yes, set boundaries. Don't say yes for everything or don't overdo. Be present fully. This is very, 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 very important. Why? I keep thinking about yesterday. Or I'm talking to, I'm thinking about the night. What dinner should I make? Oh, yesterday, that horrifying thing happened. When I'm going to overthink, I never can, actually face you, right? And this is very important. Very, very important. Last 1 minute of your time to me. Empathy in challenging moments. See, in regular times, being empathetic is very easy. See, for example, a student struggles beyond academics. We are not here to just teach education to the children, but we are here to actually teach the student life, because most of the time spent by students are with us. So, we have to acknowledge first if a student is crying, if a student has some problem in his home, if a student is not well, if the student is facing anything, We must acknowledge, right? We must acknowledge. Yes, acknowledge that. What should we acknowledge? Name the frustration out loud. Ask the student to vent out. Keep all your ears wide open. That is why in English there is something called LSWR, right? Right? Yes, it's listening first, speaking second. That's why, as a teacher, we need to become an active listener. Listen to them fully. Do not interrupt. Let the child vent out. Then stay calm. Yes, stay calm. Because you're feeling empathetic. You can see the image there. Offer the choices. Tell him the choices, like, what, in what way he can come out back to normal, and co-create this particular ambience or this particular solution with the other classmates. Now, what is that emotion that you see when you see this? Last 30 seconds and we are done. Which image attracts you more? Which image attracts you more? All the images are different, right? Something different. Let's say this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number it quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Which one attracts you? Something which is unique, something which is different. Is it all attractive? So when we as teachers, yes, when we as teachers be so unique, when we as teachers be different from others, when we as teachers show the children that we stand apart and we stand for them, I'm sure, yeah, most of you say 3, okay. Some are saying 5, right? 4, 5, 6, great. Mother and child, so good. Yeah, 3, okay. Most of you say 3 because it's cute. No, nobody says 4. It's indifferent. It's so scary. Why did I bring this picture in front of you? It's very simple. See? Very simple. There are many emotions in front of you, but most of you chose 3 and some of you chose 5. Because the moment you see this 3 is so cute, it's so smiley, bubbly, right? You might have multiple options, but the moment you see it was 3. So I would love to conclude by seeing you all that to teach is to touch a life forever. There are some noble profession which can't be brought, like, with any crores that you give. Teacher, doctor, police officer, army officer, right? So we all should be so proud. Yeah, type in the chat box. I'm proud to be a teacher, right? I want all of you to feel so proud that we are in this noble profession, because to teach is to touch a life forever. So thank you so much for bringing in this joy and empathy in my life right now. Thank you so much to all of you. Let's have this slide, that one insight, one challenge, and one commitment. I'm sure that you all would have answered this poll as well, the energy tank, right? Seeing student grow. What is your energy tank? I could see different answers here. Let me read it out. Seeing student grow is 51%. Feeling heard and supported is 25%. Very good. Yes, clear expectations and structure. That's 12%. Feeling aligned with my purpose is 12%. And you all are right. Our energy tanks is all between this, right? Yes, agree? Yes. So this one insight, one challenge, one commitment. Right now, how many of you are going to give that? Right now, how many of you are going to give that? One insight, one challenge, one commitment. If yes, type Y in the chat box. One insight, one challenge, one commitment. Yes. 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 Thank you so much for answering all the poll questions in a great way. Yes. One insight. Please do take a screenshot if you want, or watch back in the live. This is something which I do it every day. This is something which I do it every day. So please do this. And I would like to sign off by saying that thank you so much to all of you. And I would just love to say that students may forget what you taught them. They may absolutely forget in future what you taught them, but they will never forget how you made them smile. If you agree, type Y in the chat box. Students may forget what you taught them, maybe after 5 years, maybe after 10 years. They may not even remember what you taught them, but they will remember you as a unique role model teacher who made them smile. Yes, yes. So this is all, my dear friends, and from today, I'm so happy that we all have learned laughter and empathy go hand in hand. They are twin sisters, and from smiles, we are reaching the student's soul. And I'm open for questions. Thank you all with tons of gratitude. Over to you. Very good evening.
Thank you so much, Dr. Indumati ma'am. That was such an engaging and informative session. I can vouch that everyone in the audience would have had so much fun. And I mean, the chat was live. You were able to see it, right? It was such an
Yes,
amazing session. And like a small anecdote from my side, because I had worked as a teacher before. So it's not just us who makes the class alive and active, because I have had those rare moments where I walk into a class where I am like slightly stressed or something might have happened before. And then my students would be like, they'll start singing or they'll be like, no, ma'am, you start the session smile. You always walk into the class with so much energy. So you're not doing this today. So they also hype us up a lot. So that's something I wanted to share from my side. But the session was so amazing. And I feel like all the audience would have so much key takeaways. And thank you so much, ma'am. This was so lovely. And thank you for the chat. Thank you for everyone joining us today. We hope you found the session informative. And we hope you guys had so much fun.
yes. Akila ji?
Yes.
Yeah, you weren't audible for a second. Are you
Yeah.
there?
Am I audible
Yeah, you
now?
are.
Hello?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah. No, I was just saying how wonderful the session was. And thank you so much for everyone. Yeah.
Any questions?
I don't see any questions in the chat right now. We wait for like another minute.
Yeah, sure. There's any questions?
I think you just made every single person in the chat realize that they are doing such an amazing profession. And that's what our goal as an
Thank
organization is
you.
as well. So, yeah.
Thank you so much. I would just love to thank, there's no words, shortage of words, and I love to come back to Center with such an amazing session again. And you always can stay connected with me at LinkedIn. You can just go LinkedIn and type Dr. Indumati Somasundram. That's my LinkedIn profile. I'm always active on LinkedIn. So please do connect with me on LinkedIn with Dr. Indumati Somasundram. And love to come back to Center. They're doing a wonderful job. Thank you, Shetty sir. And thank you, Muskan, Rastugi, Akhila, Praveen, and the entire team. This much is what I know. So the entire team of Center. Somebody's
Yeah.
asked a question finally.
And even we are very pleased to like have you here and we would love to see you again soon. Yes.
Same here. I would love to come back again.
Yeah. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you. There's one question. There's one question in the chat
Yes.
box.
Yeah. So we have a question that says how to manage hyperkinetic students in classroom.
That's a very simple answer. Let me tell you, but this could be a brutally honest answer. Be hyperkinetic with them. You know, there's a saying in Tamil, but I would actually convert that into English as well. Mulla mullala da edukano, which means like you can actually do something by being that. You can't get into a hyperkinetic. I have so many students like that, be so much like more extrovert, being so hyperactive, so hyperkinetic. If somebody see me or watch this video, they would say I'm hyperkinetic, right? Throughout the session I was. So it's okay to have such students. If you go and tell that student that do not be, then that's going to be completely different, because they can't. Rather you also be hyperkinetic with them, and react in such a way, respond to them in such a way, and slowly, without their knowledge. This is very important line. Anything that we find negative in children as a parent, or any negative in students as a teacher, please ensure that do not point it out in front of entire class. This is very important. It's a big insult for the children. So please ensure that you call the students separately and then advise in such a way that you're not saying do not do it. Without their knowledge, try and change them. And one important aspect is be hyperkinetic, go with their energy, go with their flow, and slow and steadily. It takes time, but you can mold such students in a different way. But only thing is, do not tell them do not do. That is the first student who's going to hate you, right? That's what is Gen Z kids are. So thank you so much for this question.
Yeah. Thank you again, ma'am. Um, Thank you, everyone, for joining the session. I hope you found the session very helpful. Now, if you have registered and filled out the feedback form from the session, check your participation record in the app in the My Learning session. I'll just guide you through quickly through the instructions. So just open the Sender app on your device, navigate to the ongoing webinar section, click on the submit feedback. Please note that this option is available. It'll be available at 6 p.m. At the end of the session, we will share a four-digit code, which you guys already have the access to. So the code is 8025. And once you complete the feedback form, and you will be able to download your record of participation instant. This new process was
Sure.
introduced to streamline your experience and ensure participation. As we conclude the session, I wish to bring the attention of our educators that Senda has launched a free course named AI Samarth. AI Samarth is a fully funded initiative by the Senda Square Foundation. The course content has been developed by CSF in partnership with the Wadhwani School of Data Science and Artificial Intelligence at the Indian Institute of Technology, Madras. It is a free course that focuses on empowering the students, teachers, and parents of Bharat with AI literacy at scale. To know more about AI Summer and to access the course content, click on the link provided in the chat. On that note, thank you all for your active participation in today's session. We truly appreciate your engagement. To register for more upcoming webinars, please visit the Senda app. Have a wonderful evening.